How's it going, Yankee fans? Welcome back to Fireside Yankees. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe. Today we got the Cleveland Guardians and Shane Bieber on the mound. The Yankees are running out quite an interesting lineup. Some may say it's a triple-A lineup, but the top half is certainly Major League. The bottom half, we have a lot of supplementary players. Frenchy Cordero, who's been really good. We'll talk about him. Willie Calhoun's getting his first start of the season. And Isaiah Connor for left will be manning the hot corner with DJ LeMahieu getting the day off. So things in New York are certainly starting to warm up, my friends. It's getting warm. The allergies are hitting. My nose is clogged already. We know the good days are ahead. That's what your nose getting clogged. Everything's looking up. All the positivity starts flowing because the allergies are here and the nicer weather's coming around. And there's nothing like some Bronx baseball in the spring. So I'm excited about it, right. Nick, but how are you feeling today ahead of this game?
I'm excited, dude. Honestly, look, I know the lineup today is a bit of an interesting one. We'll kind of dive into it here as we do this episode, but I don't think it's the worst lineup we've had this season, which is probably saying something considering it's only been 9 games and this is game 10. But I'm not as distraught over this lineup as some other people are. I am very excited to see the guinea pig, Willie Calhoun, in action. It's his first game in pinstripes, so hopefully he makes a good impression. I'm not really hoping for an outstanding MVP type season from Willie Calhoun, but as long as he can be, a complimentary piece, contribute when asked to contribute, that's all you can ask for out of him. So I don't know, I'm excited for this lineup. I'm excited for more Yankees baseball, ALDS rematch from last year, and we are in Cleveland this week. So that should be a fun one.
It absolutely shouldn't. We got Shane Bieber opposite us, so I'm kind of
Shane
honestly,
Bieber versus Herman. Oh God,
I know it's not the most ideal pitching matchup that we could have hoped for. Shane Bieber, obviously one of the best pitchers in baseball, and his starts this year have been really freaking good. 2.25 ERA, over 12 innings pitched. The guy is lights out, and he's a right-handed pitcher, so of course we have a lot of lefties in the lineup today. So we'll take a look at those for you guys,
time.
and yeah, for the first time. The bottom half of the order is very lefty. Even the middle of the order is pretty lefty heavy.
3 lefties in the lineup today. Kind of spread it out a little bit. We got Rizzo 3, Willie 5, and then Franchy bringing the Ranchy number 7. So I like it. I like the fact that we're actually splitting it up with lefties. I would have liked Oswaldo in there instead of IKF to give another lefty in the lineup, but it is what it is. I mean, you can't be too upset about this team. They've played well, so I'm not ruining the day right now because it's game 10 and we don't have starters in there every day. But Oswaldo should be in there every day.
Yeah. He definitely should be. That's subjectively true. And, we'll read off the lineup for you guys, and we'll kind of go through some of the more interesting players afterward. You got Gleyber Torres leading off. Gleyber Torres has been phenomenal to start the year, so we really, I'm cool with him leading off today, of course, if DJ LeMahieu is not in the lineup. Aaron Judge batting second, of course, at 2 home runs last night. And then, of course, you got him at 4 on the season, trying to run back that MVP campaign. Anthony Rizzo batting third. Yep. If he had 70, we're in. Oh my God! I mean, that would just be insane. I hope to God he can pull it off. But I got Anthony Rizzo right behind him, of course. Lefty, first base. Giancarlo Stanton in right field. Stanton had a really good series against the Orioles with 5 total hits, a homer, and 2 RBIs. Only struck out once, so he's seen the ball a lot better. Willie Calhoun, obviously, our spring training star, in the lineup today, batting 5th, where Josh Donaldson usually resides. But we got a lefty, a little bit more pop to his bat, hopefully, and he can take advantage of Shane Bieber, which is easier said than done. Jose Trevino batting 6th. He is moving up the order. Interestingly, Trevino usually bats 9th or 8th, and he's kind of been slowly. He's actually been hitting quite well. He, making some decent contact, has a homer on the year. And then you got Frenchy Cordero, the freaking legend, Franchy, who suddenly has found himself looking like prime Babe Ruth to begin the season. So Frenchy Cordero has been quite exciting lefty. He's man in left field, man. This is. Let's talk about Franchy for a second, because where the hell did this come from? He's hitting 357 with a 40% on base rate to start the year, 857 slugging percentage, 244 WRC plus. He's not striking out much. He's seeing the ball well, hitting homers. What are you seeing from him that's making you excited? Maybe he's the Matt Carpenter of 2023 for us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what I've seen that flowing all around on the Twitter feed, on Instagram, on TikTok. Everyone's like, this guy could be Matt Carpenter 2.0, and you can't really doubt their reasoning behind it right now. Granted, Carpenter came out of nowhere, truly out of nowhere. The dude was kind of hanging up the cleats, requested the release from the Rangers because he was in their AAA system and he wanted to be in a major league roster. Went through that whole retooling his swing tour across America, and he was just a god last season. But Franchy, the thing that I'm loving to see about Franchy right now is that he's not swinging and missing as much as he did last year and in his entire career. but it's very early days, so you can't say, oh yeah, this is a godsend. He's gonna be a mainstay for the Yankees. I mean, he's played 5 games, so it's like we can't, or 4 games, so we can't be calling him like Matt Carpenter quite yet. But if he has this impact as the season goes along, then yeah, that's an amazing signing by Cashman. And I'm not gonna lie, we were both on the same boat there, and I think everyone here at Fireside Yankees and the majority of Yankee fans were in the same boat, where it's like, why the hell are we signing Frenchy Cordero? Like that's the move we're making. But he's proved me wrong. He's shut me up so far. He's been playing really well. Last year, he hit 8 home runs with the Red Sox in 84 games. He's already got a pair in 4 games with the Yankees. So maybe he's kind of found something here. Maybe he's working a little bit better with this Yankees hitting staff. And I think the fact that he's playing a lot now and he's getting reps and he's taking Aaron Hicks's reps does something for his confidence as well. Like we saw yesterday, he wasn't pinch hit for against the lefty and he got a base knock. So it begs the question, why was he pinch hit for by IKF on Friday with a runner on second when there was a lefty on the mound? It's what difference does 2 days make? You know, is you can really hit lefties better one day than another. But I am very happy for him. He's doing great. I mean, he made, I think, 1 million is what we signed him to get to the active 26-man roster. And if he can hit like this, then that's all you really can ask for. He's already got .4 F4 this season, which is this is awesome, which is more than he's had the past 4 seasons combined. So that's fun. Franchy finished with a -0.2 last year, -0.7 the year before, and then 0.1 the 2 years prior to that. So he's already having a career year by his standards. So let's keep it going. And he's a lefty, so that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's really adding up to be a pretty solid contributor for this team, and he's taken over the reps of guys like Aaron Hicks and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And if he continues performing like this, one of those guys will be the odd man out when Harrison Bader returns. So we'll keep an eye on that for you guys, of course. But definitely an exciting situation going on with French. Hopefully he can continue this success. And of course, you got Isaiah Kiner-Falefa right behind him today, batting 8th, who has failed to get on base over 12 plate appearances. You know, we saw him the other day. They tried to get him into a situation where he could hit. It took Franchy out. He ended up striking out. So, you know, IKF has not been the most productive for us to start the year. And then you, of course, Anthony Volpe playing his 10th game of the season at shortstop. But IKF playing third base today, his natural position, I think that's probably where they should be utilizing him more frequently moving forward, especially if Donaldson's going to be out.
Hundo P. And I also love the fact that Volpe, like you said, playing his 10th game today. He started all 10 games. He and Aaron Judge are the only 2 Yankees to have started all 10 games. So I think it was Mario Gomez put out a tweet, and he's like, the captain and the rook, the only guys that have started all 10 games. And I like to see that from the Yankees a lot. They're giving the kid the opportunities. They're letting him try to get acclimated to the game speed and the MLB life and pitching. He hasn't been great, obviously. I'm not going to sit here and say Volpe's tearing the cover off the baseball when he's not. But I'm also not going to say send him down. He's not ready. He needs time in AAA. He's had 10 games. There are other rookies in the league right now that aren't doing that hot either, like Ezekiel Tovar, the Rockies star shortstop prospect that a lot of people are very high on. He's batting 188, and they're not benching him. So it's like you got to, you know, it's like the tide. It ebbs and flows. Baseball is a game at the end of the day. That's just a law of averages. So if Volpe gets hot for 10 games, everyone's going to be like, bat him leadoff. It's just how it is. I mean, that's the nature of this sport, and Yankees fans especially. But I'm very happy to see him getting another start. The Yankees are putting their faith in him, and hopefully it'll begin to pay off. Still a menace on the base pads, working walks. He's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're hoping for. And ultimately, we can take a look at today's matchup in the pitching department with Domingo Germán, who has 1 start this year, gave up 4 earned runs, 2 homers, and 8 strikeouts across 4.2 innings. So it's like the 8K is positive, but gave up 4 earned runs. So, you know, we hope that Domingo Germán, it was. And, you know, we hope he can put together a little bit better of a performance for us this time around. Of course, Cleveland's a solid team, so it'll be difficult. But nonetheless, I do think when all is said and done, and Rodon and Severino do make a return, I think that we're going to end up seeing Johnny Brito secure that 5th spot over Germán.
He's earned it so far, for sure.
I agree. And I think Schmidt goes back to the bullpen, and Germán kind of is just waiting for an opportunity. They have him on the roster, but they're not utilizing him until injuries arise. And knowing this Yankee team, always going to be injuries arising. So Herman, no matter what, will be playing in some fashion, even if it's a long relief role, which is totally fine in my opinion. You can get value out of Herman. You're paying him anyway. He's going to be on this team unless you trade him. And I think, with the way that the health of this team is going, you need to have pitchers like that available and ready to go in case need be. Brito is already called up. There's no one really behind him. Davy Garcia is probably the only other starting level guy that you could call up, but even Aaron Boone said they prefer him in a relief role now, kind of similar to Michael King. So you're looking at what the Yankees can do in the starting rotation. It's going to be Schmidt, it's going to be Herman, and it's going to be Brito as the supplementary arm. So you need to have them healthy because we can't trust Severino. Rodon, traditionally, you can't trust him either. The last 2 years have been good, but you just don't know with that forearm strain. Like, who knows if that'll be an issue for him moving forward. And then out of the bullpen, Tommy Kahnle's on the 6-day IL now. Lou Trevino's still dealing with the UCL sprain. And then, of course, you have Jonathan Loizaga on the 15-day IL as well. So a lot of bullpen arms are down.
For a couple weeks.
Exactly. So he's in a bit of trouble, and Luis Severino actually pitched his first bullpen today.
I'm worried about Loizaga right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, if he comes back post All-Star break and he's good to go, we have him in the postseason, whatever. Like, but I'll forget about this. And that's kind of the case with all these guys. Like, I was having an argument today on Twitter with somebody about Severino. And is Severino going to be here next year? Probably not. But if he can get 100 innings out of him and the majority of those come after the All-Star break and he goes into the postseason strong, whatever happens pre-All-Star break does not matter. You know what I mean? It's all about post-All-Star break. It's not about right now. It's about later. So if he's going to get injured at any time this season, this was the right time to do it, in my opinion.
100% agreed. No, absolutely. And that's the thing. Like you said, Herman, his place right now is probably the most up in the air, if I'm being honest. Like his last start, 4 2/3 innings, gave up the 4 runs, but he struck out 8. And the runs he gave up, 2 of them were Michael King gave up some base hits and they came across to score. But also, Domingo's problem is always going to be his fastball is absolute dog shit. So it's like he keeps throwing the fastball and he keeps getting pummeled on his fastball. Like Brandon Marsh sent it 440 feet in the last game they played. Kyle Schwarber sent one to the third deck in the last game they played. So if he can just not throw his fastball today and live off of that changeup and curveball that he's kind of really worked to make as good pitches right now, then I think Herman could actually go 5 innings, 6 innings today against this Guardians lineup. The other thing is that we do need to tamper our expectations with those strikeouts. Herman getting 8 strikeouts in 4 2/3 innings is probably not going to continue as the season goes on, especially today against the Guardians, who are a low swing and miss team. They make a lot of soft contact. They don't strike out a lot. They work walks. They were a pesky team last year. So we got to be about our business. Hit Bieber early. Try to get him out. Try to get him out in the 5th inning, 6th inning, which I'll gladly take. But he is an ace, so you got to be about your business. The Yankees have to take pitches. Work counts. And I want to see Willie Calhoun hit a bomb. That's all I want. Give me the guinea pig rounding the bases.
Oh, if the guinea pig hits a bomb, I'm going to be so hyped. For a fact I'll be clipping that ASAP on the Twitter. But guys, if you haven't been checking out our Twitter yet, make sure to go do that. During the games, we post live updates, all the highlights. We got you guys covered if you're in a blackout section, whatever it might be. You can find all of the highlights and all the big moments on our Twitter channel. Post them to Facebook and Instagram as well. So you won't miss a beat with us at Fireside Yankees. We promise you that the whole season. We got you guys covered from all angles. Appreciate you guys tuning into the pregame show and analysis, reacting to some of these lineup changes. And while it's not the most exciting lineup in the world, we are excited about the guinea pig. We are excited about Frenchy Cordero's continued success. And we're hoping that they can, there's a little bit of longevity to it and that, the success continues to compound and the Yankees continue to win games. And especially with lineups like this, beating guys like Shane Bieber, that's where you really hope. Today, the Yankees, if you look at their lineup, you expect them to lose today. If they pull out a win, that's when this team is very good because they can win games that they are clearly outmatched in by just terms of resting guys, whatever, and we still have so many guys coming back from injury. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like and subscribe as always, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.